In this video, we are going to study about the histology of the ganglia. So what is ganglion? Aggregation of the cell bodies of the neurons present outside the brain and the spinal cord are known as ganglia. There are two types of ganglia. One is the sensory, the other one is the autonomic. So first we'll see about the sensory ganglia. The sensory ganglia are present on the dorsal nerve root of the spinal nerves, where they are called as dorsal nerve root ganglia or spinal ganglia. They are also present on the fifth, that is the trigeminal nerve, seventh, the facial nerve, eighth, the vestibulocochlear nerve, 9th, the glossopharyngeal nerve, and 10th, the vagus nerve. So we have seen that the neurons in these ganglia are of unipolar type, except in the ganglia associated with the 8th cranial nerve, the vestibulocochlear nerve, the neurons are bipolar. The peripheral process of each neuron forms an afferent or sensory fiber of a peripheral nerve. The central processes, they enter the spinal cord or brainstem. So when you see the structure of the sensory ganglia, so this is a histological picture of the sensory ganglia. In the hematoxylin and eosin stain section, the neurons of the sensory ganglia are seen to be larger and they are arranged in group, chiefly at the periphery of the ganglion. In the section stained by silver impregnation, the neurons can be seen as unipolar type. The group of cells are separated by a group of myelinated nerve fibers. So these are the group of cell body. So in between the group of cell body, you have fibers of nerve fibers which are myelinated. So when you see the cell body of each neuron, it is surrounded by a layer of flattened capsular cells or satellite cells. Outside the satellite cells, there is a layer of delicate connective tissue. The entire ganglion is pervaded by fine connective tissue. The ganglion is covered on outside by a connective tissue capsule. So this is the outer connective tissue capsule. This is a higher magnification of the sensory ganglion. Here you can see the cell body. The cell body or unipolar neuron. You have the nucleus and the prominent nucleolus, and covering the cell body you have a layer of flattened cell, that is the capsular cells or satellite cells. So these neuronal bodies are arranged in group separated by a bundle of nerve fiber which are myelinated. So here you can see the myelinated nerve fibers. Next we'll study about the autonomic ganglia. The autonomic ganglia are concerned with the nerve supply of the smooth muscles or of glands. The pathway of the autonomic supply always consists of two groups of neuron. One is the preganglionic neuron and the other one is the postganglionic neuron. The cell bodies of the preganglionic neurons are located within the spinal cord or brainstem. Their axons leave the spinal cord or brainstem and terminate by synapsing with the postganglionic neurons, where the cell bodies of the postganglionic neurons are located in the autonomic ganglia. Autonomic ganglia are therefore their aggregation of the cell bodies of the postganglionic neurons. These neurons are multipolar. The axons of the postganglionic neuron leave the ganglia as postganglionic fibers to reach and supply the smooth muscle or the gland. The autonomic ganglia are subdivided into two major types, sympathetic and parasympathetic. The sympathetic ganglia are located on the right and the left sympathetic trunks, and the parasympathetic ganglia usually lie close to the viscera supplied through them. When you see the histological structure of the autonomic ganglia, the neurons of the autonomic ganglia are smaller than those in the sensory ganglia. With silver impregnation, they are seen to be multipolar. The neurons are not arranged in definite groups as in sensory ganglia. Here, they are scattered throughout the ganglion. The nerve fibers here are non-myelinated and they are thinner. Therefore, the nerve fibers are less prominent than in the sensory ganglion. The satellite cells are present around the neurons of the autonomic ganglia, but they are not so well defined. The ganglion is permeated by connective tissue that also provides a capsule for it. The nasal substance of the neuron is much better defined in the autonomic ganglia than in the sensory ganglion. In the sympathetic ganglion, the neuronal cytoplasm synthesizes the catecholamines, and in parasympathetic ganglia, it synthesizes the acetylcholine. These neurotransmitters, they travel down the axons to be released at the nerve terminals. This is a higher magnification picture of the autonomic ganglia. So here you can see the multipolar neurons which is surrounded by the satellite cells, but they are less prominent when compared with the sensory ganglion. And these are the nerve fibers which are non-myelinated. So now we'll see the differences between the histology of the sensory ganglion and the histology of the autonomic ganglion. The sensory ganglion, they contain large pseudo-unipolar neurons or unipolar neurons which are arranged in groups, and they are separated by the bundles of nerve fibers and which are myelinated. When you see the neurons, they have the vesicular nucleus with a prominent nucleolus, and the neuron here are surrounded by a ring of satellite cells. When you see the autonomic ganglia consists of multipolar neurons which are not arranged in groups, but they are scattered among the nerve fibers. The satellite cells are present, but they are less prominent than in the sensory ganglion.